Hey ho, way to see Fountain Pen News. I have a very exciting thing to talk about today. I was a company called Artex reached out to me and asked if I would be willing to collaborate with them to show their new pen that they have created. And I said, of course, I would be happy to. And I received this pen, and I have to say, I was really surprised in a lot of ways. So I'll talk to you about that. It comes in this beautiful box. This pen, Artex is a Taiwanese company, and they did a collaboration with the National Palace Museum in Taipei, Taiwan. And this is really quite an experience to open, I have to say. When I first got it, I opened it up with my family, and we were all kind of like, ooh, it's very, it's a whole unboxing experience. So I wanted to show you that. So as you open this box, you can see that they put in a beautiful little pamphlet here in this envelope with a lovely wax seal, Artex. And inside here has a little bit of information. So it has some information about the actual piece, to hold this piece of art in your hand. And then some more information about just the pen and some changes that have been made recently, and they include a couple of cartridges. Inside the pen, they also include a converter so you can use your own ink, but I'll talk about that again in just a moment. So this is the purple version. I specifically asked for this because my daughter is a purple fanatic, and so I thought it would be fun to look at this with her. So we did. We looked at this, and I took all of these little things out of their plastic because I didn't want to subject you to the ASMR horrible crinkly plastic sound. So the first thing I'll show you is this actual pen. So I did a little bit of research on this because I was looking up what they were saying about their pen on, sites where they're selling it. And you can see these beautiful lotus blossom motifs here. And one of the things I found was that some of this is inspired by the Qing dynasty, some of the artwork coming out of that time period, which was 1736 to 1745. Nope, 1795 AD. And so it's really interesting to see this. This pen is a brass pen, so it's quite hefty. If you're sensitive to a metal pen, this may not be the one for you. However, it sure is a beautiful piece of artwork and something to be a real conversation piece on your desk. One of the things I really like about it is that it's a snap cap, which I can always appreciate. And it does post, and it clicks to post. So it's very secure. I will say for me, this backweights the pen pretty severely and makes it very difficult to write with. So that's just something to keep in mind. Another great thing about this pen is that it has a Schmidt nib. And any of you who know the company Benu and some other companies use these German Schmidt nibs that are very smooth and perform very well. This one's a number 5 size, so it's a little bit on the smaller end, but it is very smooth. It only comes in fine. And like I said, I don't have any problem writing with it, even though I'm not much of a user of fine nibs. So another thing I just want to show you really quickly about this, click, is this beautiful pen stand. So this is something that I think is really unique. If I can get out of here, this is me struggling to get it out because it's very secure in there. So this is actually a marble pen stand, and it has this beautiful brass. It's very heavy. What I like about it too is that it's a pretty small footprint, so it doesn't take up a ton of room on your desk. You can see I tucked in here my cartridge converter. Boop. So that's what comes with it. And I think this is another cartridge. Yes, that is another cartridge. And then some more information about the pen. So I'm going to move this out of the way and just kind of show you how this works. So you have this on your desk. And then because this is tapered at the bottom, that brass end just fits in there and it sits at your desk securely like that. But it doesn't take up a ton of room on your desk, which I think is great. So we were talking about this just like in the context of Mother's Day, right? Because Mother's Day is always a sensitive time. People are very hesitant. They don't know what to get for their moms for Mother's Day. And so I was talking with my family and I said, so what do you think of it? Do you think it's pretty? And my daughter was like, yes, I think it's really pretty. And I said, would you buy it for me for Mother's Day? And she goes, girl, I'm broke. I was like, okay, fair enough. I guess you won't buy it for me for Mother's Day. But that is fine. So I wanted to do a little writing sample for you with this pen real quick. I have a Tomo Tomoe River writing pad here. If I can get it to fold back. And then the other thing I just wanted to mention really quick, which is really great about this pen, is that it does take international standard cartridges. So they did give a couple of black cartridges. Many of you who know me know that I am a never black inker. I do not use black ink. And so what is in here actually is a diamine ink cartridge in bilberry. And so you can put any, Kaweco cartridges. There are all kinds of different companies that have these. So let's see if I can zoom in just a little bit so you can see a little better. Just want to make sure that I'm in frame here for you. All right, let's try right there. That looks pretty good. All right, so this is the Artex National Museum fountain pen. And it is a number 5 Schmidt nib. And this particular ink is diamine bilberry. It's really nice that you can use any of those beautiful colors that come, Kaweco and all of those other, Graf von Faber-Castell has some really, really beautiful cartridges, and all of those would work in here. So I just thought I would share this because I think it's a really fun alternative, especially for somebody who really wants a showpiece to sit on their desk and be a reminder of their hobby and their newfound passion. And the other thing I appreciate about this pen is because it is a little weightier, because it is a brass pen, it does force me to slow down a little bit. And those of you who know me know that I need a little bit of slowing down sometimes. So I do think it's a beautiful piece. I think it would make a wonderful Mother's Day gift. I think that anybody who is into writing instruments would really find this to be a great gift. It also comes in I don't remember if it's a ballpoint or a rollerball, but it does come in a non-fountain pen version as well. So thanks to the team at Artex. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to talk about this beautiful pen and to hold it in my hands. I've been curious about it, and it's really fun to feel. And this, this pen stand is really kind of over the top. It's really feels very luxe, and it's very sturdy. So it feels like it'll really hold up there. So thank you so much. I hope you guys are doing well, and more videos to come from me soon. I hope you are all prepping to celebrate yourselves and your mothers and your grandmothers and all of those who are mother figures to you. I know Mother's Day can be a complicated day for a lot of people, and so I'm sending good vibes and love to you during that time. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you're all doing well. Talk to you soon. Fountain pen news.